Hello everyone, and welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM with me. My name is Chris. I hope you're all doing well. We've got some problems at Millonarios. The board are unhappy with me, and we've lost 2 key players. Well, let me tell you who those players are. Potentially a third as well. Let's go and have a look at who those players are. So the 2 players we've definitely lost. Ruben Ramos went to Bordeaux. They paid the £1 million release fee. There's nothing I could do about it. Fine, it was another £1 million into the transfer budget, which I will be using. I have used, in fact. But, it's a bit of a shame because I really like Ruben Ramos. I feel like he was a little bit more reliable than all of our other strikers in terms of being able to put the ball in the net. Even though he hadn't actually scored that many this season. I think he scored like 5 goals this season. But, there was nothing I could do about it. Nothing. So he wasn't interested in renewing the contract and taking off the fee. So whatever. Off he goes. The one that really hurts, and it hasn't actually happened yet, but the one that really hurts is Yeda Valencia. Yeda Valencia is joining Nacional. He's joining arch rivals, enemy of the people, Club Atlético Nacional. It's going to be really fun next season watching Yeda Valencia score the goals that cause them to win the title. So what happened was this. We didn't win the Liga Betplay Apertura so in the stream we did really well. We got to the final of it, and then obviously in the last episode we lost to bloody Nacional really poorly, really poor. Not happy. We lost it. The board were very, very upset. They made it quite clear that if I don't do well for the rest of the season, probably not going to be here at the end of the season, which is disappointing. I've also just noticed that I'm not doing this board culture thing either, signing players under age of 23 for the first team. They're not really happy. They're not very happy. But it was immediately followed up by Yeda Valencia calling a team meeting and basically holding me fully responsible for the fact that we didn't win the Liga Betplay Apertura, which I disagreed with because, right, and I'm hoping that the stats here and the form here back me up. Yeah, 6.5 and a 6.7 from him in those games, subbed off at half-time. Yeah, I was not happy. So we had a falling out. Me and Yeda Valencia had a falling out, and his response to that falling out was to, try and destroy the morale in the team and then leave for our arch rivals. So I'm a bit disappointed in him. I don't know if I'm going to be playing him anymore. I think I might just knock him down to the under-21s and let him rot for the next 6 months. It's a bit of a problem. And it means that we need to... It meant that we needed to sign another striker to replace Ruben Ramos and now another one to replace Yeda Valencia. So that's problems. Also, Steven Marino. He's another one who was unhappy and blamed me for the failures of the Nacional games. So he's also not refusing to sign a new contract and is under offer by a bunch of clubs. So we're probably going to lose him too. So that's another, Steven Marino is a very good centre-back for us. Very good centre-back. Really annoying. Yeah, not happy. Players are not happy. I'm not particularly happy. I mean, the cohesion's good. The atmosphere is okay. I mean, it says very good, but it's on the downside. Our managerial support is average. Yeah, there's some. I mean, you can see there's some players not very happy. Malcolm Palacios wants to get better playing time, but he's going to have to stick around, especially if Steven Marino is leaving. I have brought some players in though, so let me take you through the players that I've brought in to the club. So the first one, really happy with this, Nelson Quinones, another Quinones. I got him. We didn't really need another really good left winger. But I got him because his left foot is very strong, which means we can play him on the right-hand side, like rotational with Guerra, but also, primarily, his free kick taking is 18, his long shots is 15. I think he is going to be a bit of a goal machine with the free kicks. So I'm hoping that that's what he's going to do. Of course, he came in and then got injured in a friendly and he's out for the next few weeks, but whatever. So we're stacked in the attacking midfield area now, which is really nice. I've also brought in Jean Vargas. Now, on the face of it, this looks like a poor signing because he's not really, he's two and a half stars. 2.5 stars. He's 24 years old. He's not going to get any better. Not going to get any. I mean, he's only going to get worse, really, isn't he? But I signed him purely because he scored 14 goals this season in 20 games. He can score, and then the season before he'd scored 18. He is a goal scorer, and we needed goal scorers because the strikers we had are a bit patchy. So I'm hoping that he's going to be able to take his goal scoring form at a lesser club and bring it here where he's going to have more chances and put a lot of them away. He also likes big matches. I think he's a good sign. He's got lots of flair, he's got a lot of leadership, good technique, work rate, dribbling's good. yeah, I think he's going to be really good. I hope he is, because the board didn't like his signing. They thought I paid far too much money for him. And then the last one is Nida Tobar, and I nabbed him from Junior FC because he's, statistically speaking, one of the best defenders in the league. And I thought, all right, well, we'll have him. Yeah, he came in, I think, for 900,000, rising to something else. Yeah, rising to 1.1, depending on add-ons and things like that. So, yeah, he's, tackling 16, marking 15, naturally fit. He can't really jump. He's a good, strong defender, and he's chipped in with a couple of goals for Junior so far this season. So yeah, I think he's another good signing. I'm quite happy with it. We needed strength at the back, especially with Steven Marino potentially going. He's 29 years old, so we're going to get 3-4 years out of him. Yeah, got him for 2 years at least. Good. He's a good signing. So the squad then kind of looks a little bit like this now, with the players who are leaving not sort of getting on the bench at all at the moment, except maybe Steven Marino. Where is Steven Marino? There he is. He's injured. He's not on the bench anyway. Yeah, so with the players... Oh, that was the other thing. I recalled Obi Esquivel from his loan because he's 20 years old. He's a homegrown player, kind of, and he's got a finishing of 15. He can also play on the left and up front. So he's... I brought him back because reinforcements, we needed reinforcements, and he's got good attributes, I think, to come in and play the occasional game. He's also 6'4", I've just noticed. Jesus, blimey. Big lad. Yeah, so Obi Esquivel is also back. So the team looks like this. Fully fit, this would be sort of like the first team squad, I think, with Edgar Guerra and Nelson Quinones sort of swapping game by game, I think, depending on who's in form. I am going to be making use of some of the youngsters. João Diaz has been playing really well in some friendlies that we did. Jean Vargas is the striker that I've brought in, so he's going to be battling out with Sakar, I think. Namorado's picked up a knock, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. And then we've got these sort of youngsters to bring in here and there. Yeah, it is. We are where we are, unfortunately. John Colorado remains our best player. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, so we're in the final bit now. So we've got to do the league again, and then another league, and then win that. But in between all that, we've also got the quarterfinals of the cup to get through. We've got the knockout rounds of the Copa Libertadores, and then we've got the Finalización stuff going on. All in amongst this sort of general feeling of the board thinking I'm doing a pretty poor job, and the players agreeing with them. So that's been good. I set up some friendlies in sort of the 2-week period because I just wanted the team to sort of feel good about themselves again, because this run of form has been terrible, and we scored 24 goals. I mean, they weren't very good teams. They weren't very good teams, but we just needed to be good again. Hopefully, they'll take that form into the game against Alianza Petrolera. It's probably going to be the only game of this episode because I've waffled on a bit about transfers and whatnot. I was going to do a transfer stream. I thought about it, but it was my birthday yesterday. I had a great time. Thank you to everyone wishing me happy birthday. Yeah, and today I was just hungover. I was just hungover, basically. So I thought it'll be nice in the morning to just play through the transfers, get the place ready. Get the place ready? It sounds like I'm setting up a house. Get the save ready for this episode, for this game against Alianza Petrolera, the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Cup, which I would like to win, please. Oh, Mexico has loaded as well. I think I did this on stream. So if you haven't watched the full, hour and a half of that stream, first off, why not? Second off, I added some leagues. So I added Mexico in because, that sort of South North America bit. And then I added in the MLS because I think the MLS would be a pretty fun place to go should we decide to leave Millonarios. I don't know whether or not we're going to go back to Europe in this save. I don't know. I don't feel like it at the moment. I don't feel like going back to Europe. I'm really enjoying the South American stuff and the North American stuff, if that comes in. Yeah. Right, I've made small changes to the tactics as well. It was clear that we weren't playing our best. I wanted us to play like we are one of the best teams in the league, because we are one of the best teams in the league. So I didn't make many changes. All I did really was change the mentality to positive and then push the defensive lineup and the high press up. I want to control the games more, especially against clubs I think we're better than. Alianza Petrolera is one of them. I've also been training a 3 at the back system. Now, this is a system that I've been using in an offline save with with PSG, which is a sort of like test save for something I might be doing in FM24. Details on that in a couple of months' time, probably, maybe, if I remember. And I really like how this plays. I really like it. It's just the basic control possession, but with narrower play. So, and it suits our players as well. I've changed a couple of the roles. We've got enough defenders now to play through at the back as well. So, yeah, and Guerra can sit in this sort of like wing-back role. Yeah, I like how this plays. So I've been training it for those games where, you know, we might need to switch up a little bit. Usually those games against Nacional, because bloody hell, they keep beating us. Right, I have waffled a lot here. So, what else? Quinones, the other Quinones, Uber Quinones, has said, I'm not renewing my contract with you, you scallywags. So I've thrown him in the under-21s where he belongs. Ruthless. I am ruthless in this game. Squad numbers, we have to give them to 3 players in the squad. I really want to play more of our youth players, you know, because we do have some good youth players coming through. There's, you know, they're 2-star ratings with the potential for going up to be like 5 stars. And I think that's really exciting, you know, and I should be playing them more. And I think I'm going to be doing it a little bit more in this sort of second half of the season in the finalización. I can never say it. The finalización section of it. Because we should be playing our youth players. Guerra, off the post, outside of the post from Guerra. Going to be the end of the highlight, probably. Esparagotha, Vargas, yes it is. Slight issue in that we've got one Pablo Vargas at the back and Jean Vargas up top, if we put him on. So we've got 2 J Vargases on the pitch. I don't know how the game handles that in terms of the names. Lopez making a run down the right-hand side. Cuts back to Guerra. Guerra, Esquivel, come on! Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff. That's his first start and his first goal for the club in a senior level. First senior goal. That's what I'm trying to say. Crikey, bloody hell! I've turned 38 and apparently my brain switched off. Lopez to Guerra. Guerra finds Esquivel. Cool as you like. Look at that. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Good. And you can see that, you know, the higher defensive line, the higher press. You can see it there in the average positions. We're pushed up the pitch. We're pushing them back. There's a lot. The game is happening in the middle of the park at the moment. Brilliant. Half time. Matthias Sakar on 6.7. Good. Had a lot on shot on targets. I'm pleased. Our passing's been good. Yeah, I think our passing has been good. Individuals, Sakar, not particularly happy with you at the moment, mate. If you could not been good enough so far. There we go. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to make any other changes. We're going to go out as we were. Maybe, though, because the game's being played in the middle of the pitch, maybe we'll stretch the play a little bit, sort of more direct with our play, and head out wide with it, because the game is being played out in the middle of the park. So if we can stretch the play, that might be good. It might be good if we can stretch the play, you know. I hear that's a good thing to do. I hear people talking about that. You know, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville, they talk about it. Esquivel's in the box. Shoots. Nearly scores his second. Yeah, they're always talking about it. And, you know, Monday Night Football, stretching the play. Pundits do it, so why can't I? Why can't I talk about it? Sakar on a 6.6 is coming off. Now, Jean Vargas going to make his debut. He is more comfortable as an advanced forward, though. So we're going to do that for him. Edgar Guerra can come off, I think, for Jesus Diaz. And then in the middle of the park, we'll bring on Angulo for Colorado. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe Edwin Lopez off for Castillo? No, absolutely not. Out for the last half hour. This has been more what I wanted to see from the guys, but we've got to remember that this is round about the time when we start conceding. So I think I'm going to go balanced. I'm going to change this back because it doesn't really seem to have done much. We'll still play fairly wide. Maybe stop running at the defence so much. We'll still keep the creative freedom on. Yeah, Deportivo Pasto are on the verge of going out here as well. They're 3-2 down against Fortaleza CIF. Bertel throw-in for us. Can we get a second, boys, before the end of the game? It would make things so much nicer for me. Navarro plucks it out of the air. Plays an Esquivel. Esquivel wide. Really should have done better there. Really should have done better. 85 minutes. Time for some time wasting. It's time for some time wasting. We've got 5 minutes to go. I'm going to make some subs as well. That's going to change things up. Castillo will come on. As will João Diaz in place of Navarro. Yes. Why not? Why not? Couple of minutes left. I think we're going to win this 1-0 with Obi Esquivel's first senior goal. We are. Come on, get in. Castillo gets one over on Alianza Petrolera. Did we buy him? Oh, we did, didn't we? We bought him from Alianza Petrolera. Esquivel scores. See, Vargas, again, just unfit all the time. He's only played one game, and he's unfit. I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to come back, though, for the 2 games against Bot, who I believe are Botafogo, in the Copa Libertadores. Second round? Yeah, the second round. This. We'll come back for this. It's what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I'll see you soon for some more Millonarios. All the best. Cheers. Bye.